If you watch football or anything long enough, you start to see mediocrity or something become rewarded. Never did I think that Baker Mayfield or Dak Prescott would be considered up for MVP as far as quarterbacking, but that's all these guys are talking about on these networks now. And the emergence of Baker Mayfield leading Tampa Bay to 4 victories in his games. So I guess that the MVP has been watered down in the NFL. I mean, it's always been quarterback driven, but Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, what am I supposed to think about that? Prescott's got a 2-2-1 record. And his numbers have always been pretty decent. But MVP worthy? I mean, they've been trying to say this forever. It's because he plays for the Cowboys. Do they just look the other way with his mediocrity? I don't know. He's what I call a low first tier quarterback, a lower middle first tier quarterback who played like a good quarterback, but he's looked very average when it matters the most because he's got that star on his helmet and he seems to be the right guy who's in the right position. I mean, obviously this year without CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb ain't exactly his talent is there, but he drops too many passes, and I just don't consider him a legit first tier receiver. And I understand that they got Schottenheimer's their coach, and they're a little bit more offensive minded, but I don't know. I feel kind of strange thinking that Dak Prescott is an MVP worthy quarterback. But then again, Baker Mayfield, I mean, the guy who didn't play for like half the quarter of the teams in the NFL, and that's no exaggeration. He was fit to be a mascot. He was definitely on his way to Johnny Manziel Jr. world. But now MVP candidate in Tampa Bay, the guy that replaced Tom Brady. Well, we'll see about how that turns out. But Atlanta aside in the division, that division is pretty cupcake-like. And I'm still not 100 on him. I saw that game against Philly. I'm going to tell you something. He's still Baker. But this is amazing how they'll take run-of-the-mill quarterbacks because it's watered down. Well, let's look at the NFC. Brady's gone. Aaron Rodgers is gone. And he got washed. And you got like Matthew Stafford. For whatever reasons, they don't like Jalen Hurts. That's a whole video unto itself. You got the Sam Darnolds of the world who are looking like Kyle Murray, who never was. We're looking at some of these quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels looks legit. We don't talk about the Giants. That doesn't count. Bryce in Carolina, him and Kyler Murray, the 49ers put anybody back there. But why don't you throw Mac Jones into the equation if you want to talk about mediocre guys who are looking like they could be MVP worthy? I mean, it's really interesting how this whole Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, the mediocrity. Whereas in the AFC, if your name ain't usually Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,